Russ, a 3-1 defeat to Fylde today. What's your assessment of the game?
Yeah, difficult game. You know, you come into the big spenders, 29 full-time players at this football club, so it's difficult to compete against. You know, a lot of our lads have been at work all week, so I just thought his attitude towards the game was fantastic. His mentality, losing two really key players early part of the game. It's one of those games that you go, this could be anything. This could be 4, 5, 6, but we stuck to the task. Second half, we set off the game a little bit more once we got the goal just before half time. You know, great pass from Chris, and Frank gets the penalty and tucks it away himself. So to come in 1-1, you're delighted. And then we set off the game, and yeah, they had a lot of the ball, so they should. You know, they've got top players, you know, on big money. So we're disappointed because, you know, in there the lads are saying it's not a penalty. We said Clates has taken the ball. So that's disappointing. The third goals don't really matter. It should have been probably a 1-1 draw, you know, because apart from the penalty, yeah, they've had lots of the ball, but they've not created a hell of a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, then you mentioned at the start that it couldn't have been much worse, could it, losing Sam and Dave in the space of a couple of minutes, and then they took the lead almost immediately afterwards?
Yeah, it was difficult because you know, we tried to get cover in. We've got no cover really in central midfield. Jean's gone in there, who's a centre back, you know, on loan from Sheffield United. I thought he did a great job for the team. It's difficult, but he stuck to his task really well, and so did the team. So we move on. We've got a massive game Tuesday. You know, I think if you asked anybody outside the football club what the score would be today, I'm sure they'd say a Fylde win. So it's one of those games that you just have to swallow, if you like, and move on to the next one, which is you know, a big one.
What are the problems with Sam and Dave?
Both got hamstrings, yeah, which is unfortunate. Dave was not touch and go because he trained on Thursday. He said he was fine. Did a good warm up, did a full session Thursday. Obviously warmed up today and said he was fine. But there's just a little bit of cramp in there, a little bit of tightness in there. So we're hoping it's not a serious one. Not quite sure about Sam. You know, the degree of his injury. We'll have to you know, assess that. But we've got a lot of bodies in there now. That's you know, the disappointment. Jimmy come on, did a good job, dropped in as the 10, helped out, you know, him and Frank look a good partnership. It's just, you know, winning that midfield battle, which is difficult against, you know, a top team.
Yeah, and good for Frank to get off the mark, getting the goal that his recent performances have warranted. Yeah,
without a doubt. I think he must have nicked it off Will. I didn't ask any questions, just obviously praying that he scores. He earned the pen, you know, after a great pass from Chris. Tucked it away nicely, and you don't expect really to come in at you know, one apiece because the injuries we've had to make 2 changes inside of 20 minutes. You've only got 1 sub left, so we have to be careful with that. But what we do, I've just said to the boys there, you know, we push this to one side now, and we're fully focused on Tuesday.
Yeah, and the results today, and it does set up what would have been a big game, whatever, but the local derby and a big game in terms of the table as well now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not the be-all end-all, same as this game. This is not going to determine whether we stay in the league or not. You know, it's over these next 8 games now. You know, it's not just the guys' game. Don't get me wrong, it is a 6-point, and it'd be fantastic if we could win it. You know, because you can create that little gap. But if we don't, it doesn't mean we're going to get relegated because we still have 7 games after that. So we've got to focus on the next one. That's all we've done. We've just taken it one game at a time. The lads have been brilliant since the day I walked in. The mentality and the approach to the work has been different class. This is a little blip, but probably a blip that, you know, most people expected.